Oh my gosh. Hey, y'all. I'm here for asking anything. Um, as usual, well, first of all, we're doing something a little different today because why not? Why not do something a little bit different every day, right? Um, we are doing a little bit of a show and tell and then ask me anything. But we are streaming on two separate channels at the same time, which is wild to me that we can even do that, but we can. So, first of all, as you're coming in, say hi. Let me know where you're joining from. I want to shout you out. I'm going to try to see comments on both channels. We're on Instagram and we're on YouTube simultaneously, which is wild to me. But I'm going to try to see all the comments, all of your beautiful, lovely comments as we go along today. We had the best class today, and I am riding so high from that right now. Like, I can't, like, this goofy smile you see on my face, I literally can't, like, wipe it off. I can't do anything to make it go away. Um, I'm so thrilled with how class went today. We did a part deux of our 11 pound cake class. Um, and it went better than I expected it to go. I am so thrilled with how it turned out. Like I said, I wanted to do a bit of a show and tell for you all. And the show and tell is this is what we created together during our lemon pumpkin class. And I put it up to my face. It's still warm. I put it up to my face, and all I smell is all of that lemonade deliciousness. Let me do that again. All I smell is that lemony deliciousness. There's quite a bit of vanilla in there as well. There's just so much good stuff happening in this beautiful, beautiful cake. This just came out of the oven, so it hasn't had simple syrup. It clearly doesn't have a glaze. Like, it's not quite dressed. The way that I described it in class today was at this point, like, it's out of the oven. It looks really pretty. So, just quickly, when my parents were getting ready to go out when I was a kid, and they would go out like every Saturday night, my mother had this fabulous pink silk robe. It was amazing. It was like so beautiful. And when she put on that fabulous pink silk robe, that meant she was getting ready to go somewhere, right? So this cake has on its fabulous pink silk robe. It doesn't have its face on yet. It probably has on its girdle by now, but it's not really ready to go. Hey, Sweetie Pie 0380 in California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. I'm glad I can see all your great comments. Oh, okay. So as you're coming in, say hi. I would love to shout you out just like I did with Sweetie Pie 0380. Like I was saying, my mother had this fabulous robe that she would put on before she put her face on. You know, it was the robe that she had on while she was like getting us together, getting us ready for the babysitter, making sure we hadn't killed each other yet. Like, that was the robe she wore before she got dressed. Hi, Beyond Sweet Potatoes. Um, and so I see this cake at this point being my mother in that fabulous robe. Like, I have tried for years to find a beautiful silk robe, have not found one that tops that. So when we put the simple syrup on, it's like putting a face on, right? The young people now call it a beat. My mother called it a face. I will always call it a face. That's like putting the face on, right? And then when we put the glaze on, when we finally have that glaze on there, that's like the fully dressed, ready to go out. And if you've got a little sparkle, like a little bit of decorating sugar for some razzle dazzle, that's like having on your earrings and your jewels. So that's where we are right now with this cake. It just came out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool completely before I do all of those other steps because it's going to look so much more beautiful once I do all of that. Sweetie Pie 0380, you have so much imagination for your food. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. That's a really sweet way of saying that I'm really weird. And I'm good with that. Thank you so much, Sweetie Pie 0380. Beyond sweet potatoes, I bought a 3 cup bun. What would be the measure because it's just me? So I would say you'd want to do a quarter because a typical bunt pan, my bunt pans are 10 cups. Some are 12 cups. So usually it's like 12, 10, 6, 3, right? And the threes are very, very small. They're made to be individual buns, probably about 2 or 3 servings, maybe. And so what you want to do is use metric measurement and a digital scale and then scale down. I have an actual uh, blog post on how to scale recipes. You're going to scale it down to a quarter of what it was. Okay. So it's really important that you scale the recipe down. The only way to do that and count on the measurements being appropriate or being valid is to use metric measurement. The only thing I want you to remember is that you are always in a pound cake going to need about a quarter of a teaspoon of baking soda if you're using baking soda. So I would say like maybe an eighth of a teaspoon, but really, you really do want about a quarter of a teaspoon of baking soda. That's the one thing when I scale up and scale down. That's the one thing I don't really scale down. Okay. I may scale it up if I need to, but I don't really scale it down. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your digital kitchen scale, the one by Oziri. The Oziri Pronto is my favorite for new bakers or people who are new to the you to using metric measurement. Use that one. I'm going to type it right here in the chat. It's the Oziri Pronto. I typed it in the chat there. Let me type it here. All right, so everybody can see that I'm talking about the Oziri Pronto. You can find it on Amazon.com. So try that out. Scale down. So you want a quarter of the recipe and you should be just fine. Okay, Sweetie Pie 0380. I'm terrible at baking. Thanks for your channel. Welcome. This is literally a place that I created for people literally just like you, Sweetie Pie 0380. This place started off as a place for people who want to bake, but who really don't feel confident as bakers, who aren't comfortable with baking, who feel like baking isn't for them or like they don't belong. Like I created this space for you all. And now, as Begin with Butter has evolved, it's become this space where no matter where you are in your journey, I say it, I've been saying it for a minute, whether you are days or decades into your journey, there is something for you here. So Sweetie Pie 0380, this place was literally started because of people like you. Because guess what? I used to be exactly the same way. I was banished from every baking kitchen that my mother was ever in when she was alive because I was quite terrible at it. The 2 things that she would let me do in her baking kitchen were what number 1, prep her bundt pans. My mother liked the creative side of preparing cake batter. She did not like the tedium of prepping bundt pans. And so she made sure that I knew how to do that part, but she would not allow me to touch anything else. So I was able to prep bundt pans, but I couldn't do anything with the batter itself. I was also able to wash dishes, which I didn't mind so much because that meant that I got first dibs on the batter or on the bowl, on the beater. I sure did. And on the spatulas. So, maybe things were cleaned by my tongue a little bit before they went into the sink of suds, which I still use to this day. But that was okay. I didn't mind washing dishes. Now, I hate washing dishes now because it doesn't quite hit the same when you're washing your own dishes. And so I get that about my mom now. Guys, I forgot to say, if you have questions, let me know. This is an Ask Me Anything. Like I said, I wanted to do a show and tell. We made an amazing cake today. In my lemon pound cake class, my lemon pound cake class is now part of my Begin with Butter Home Baking Academy. You can find it at course.beginwithbutter.com. I put it in the chat for you. It's not a clickable link, but you can see where you can go to find the class. It's the second class on there because the Snickerdoodle Pound Cake class, which will be live next week, that is the first one on there, but Lemon Pound Cake is literally right there. We had a class today. All of their class materials are up in their class portal. So if you want to go check out the Lemon Pound Cake class, oh my gosh, there's so many freebies. You got the actual class, you'll get the actual class replay. Yesterday, I started something new, y'all. Coming closer, a little closer. Just kidding, don't come in closer because I don't want you to hit your camera. Yesterday, I decided to start doing a mise en place, like pre-class for all of my live classes. Before every single class, I get a lot of questions about what do I need to bring? Where's the recipe? What equipment do I need? What time should I take out my ingredients? How do I prep stuff? I just get a lot of questions from people who are preparing to bake right alongside me the next day. And so I decided going forward, I was going to do a little pre-class I called mise en place, which literally means everything in place. And so because I wanted to do that live kind of pre-class for everybody, I put it right into the materials for the lemon pound cake. And it was such, like, we had a good time yesterday, I will say. But going forward, like, I'm teaching next Saturday. I don't even know the date, but I'm teaching Snickerdoodle Pound Cake next Saturday. And so on Friday, I will do my mise en place pre-class. And people have an opportunity to ask questions. I will give them some tips about how to prepare if they're baking along with me. Like, it is. Sweetie Pie 0380 said, how cool. It is so cool. It was so cool. It's such a fun experience. Everybody's really chill. I'm sitting here just like this, talking to folks. It's on a live that only class participants can see. So I like that about it too. Like, there's kind of like exclusives for the people who are in classes with me now. You get all this stuff. So you get the pre-class mise en place. You get the actual class replay, which was almost 2 hours today. You get 2 free ebooks, my essential equipment for pound cakes ebook, and then you also get my essential ingredient ebook for specifically lemon pound cake. And that is such a great resource because with that resource, you can figure out if there are tweaks you want to make. Let's say you taste this and you're like, I want to make it a little less lemony, right? If you get that ebook, that essential ingredient ebook, you'll be able to go through, see what the lemon juice and the lemon zest are doing, because that's where all of your big, huge lemon flavor is coming from. And you can figure out how to scale it up if you really want to take it up a notch. But if your objective is to scale it down, you'll be able to do that too. That ingredient ebook shows you what to do if you want to modify or personalize your own pound cakes. Beyond Sweet Potatoes, if I sign up for class, I want to use 3-cup buns. That is perfectly fine. So if you sign up for the class, what I would do is encourage you to read my post on first. I would say, go ahead and read my post on scaling recipes up or down. And then on the day of class, bring all of your questions about ingredient amounts if you're making the 3-cup bundt cake. So that's how we would address it. You bring all of your questions. You can ask all of your questions. We have an amazing moderator. Her name is Emily. She's a very dear friend of mine. We actually grew up together. She has given me permission to say that we've known each other for 4 decades. And she is the moderator for my classes now. And she pulls me out of like teaching mode whenever there's a question, and she keeps me honest, and she makes sure I answer everything. So Beyond Sweet Potatoes, if you sign up for class, I would be more than happy to answer all of your questions about how to translate this from a 10-cup bun to a 3-cup bun. Again, if you want to check out all of the classes that are available, you can go to course.beginwithbutter.com, and I'm typing it again. This is not a clickable link, I understand, but I just want you to see what it is, where you can find it. But yes, so yes, you can absolutely join if you want to make a 3-cup bun, and then make sure that all of your questions, like you have them queued up. If you want to take the class, but you are not available that day for a live class, send me an email to hello@beginwithbutter.com, and I will make sure that I respond to all of your questions during the live class. So if you have a question about how to do a particular technique, if I know that that's your question ahead of time, then I'll make sure that I address that question during that point in class. I try to be as thorough as I possibly can, but a big part of it is class participation. And when I say today, we had such excellent class participation. I was so thrilled. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Yes, so we did our show and tell, but once again, just because I want to smell it. It smells so good. Friends, this is what we created today. This is, like I said, this is my cake in its fabulous pink robe. It's not quite ready to go out dancing yet, but it is getting dressed. At this point, I am letting this cake cool completely before I do anything else to it. I'm sure I'll have some after pictures later. I did, with our class today, talk about my double glaze technique. Hello, double glaze on a lemon pound cake. I just can't. I just get so like choked up when I even think about it. I also told a sweet story about my mom and had some just great feedback from my classmates today. You guys are in my heart. You really are. Yeah. Like I said, my friend Emily joined me today. Today was the kind of class that I always dream about having. And to have that class, to have a class at that level for a class that is so meaningful, my lemon pound cake, because it's so special to me. To have a class like that when you just feel so close to something just feels really good. And so I'm really grateful to those of you who joined. Those of you who are actually joining right now, let me know in the chat. Say hi. My mama always told me, when you come into a room, say hello. So say hi. I will say hi back. I promise. I'm trying to keep up with comments on 2 platforms. So if I miss it, I will definitely come back to it. Yeah. Some amazing things coming up on the blog this week as well. I'm really excited. I have worked too hard on the next recipe that's going to be on the blog. I have my Easter roundup that's coming up on the blog this week. My next recipe is coming up on the blog this week. I think you guys will be really happy with it. I am finally very happy with it. I think you guys are going to be happy with what's coming up on the blog. I hope you guys sign up for my Snickerdoodle pound cake class. There is still time to get in, or to be one of the first 20 to get into that class. You don't need a link, or you don't need a code. You just need to go to course.beginwithbutter.com and sign up. There's like 2 spaces left in that first 20. And the first 20 price, y'all, this time is $19.99. Full price is $39. So either way, you're getting a ton of information. You're getting a ton of freebies. You're getting the pre-class mise en place. You're getting the class itself. You're getting the essential equipment ebook. You're getting the essential ingredients ebook. You're getting a free class, and you will get any other like little freebies I can think to throw in there with for you. So you're getting a lot, even for $39, but right now you have the opportunity to get in for $19.99. But you have to sign up. You have to be like one of the next 2 people, I think, to sign up. And if those spots have your name on them, by all means, go take one. Go like snatch it out of midair. About the blog. This week, I have something coming up that like I said, I've been working on way too long. But as it is March and it is my birthday month and it is also time for Easter, I am going to give you guys my top 10 recipes for Easter. So I have that coming up like very, very shortly. Come on, guys. Do you have any questions today? Let's see. Did I miss anything? I don't believe I did. I'm so glad you guys are joining me today. So, somebody asked me a couple of days ago about my extroverted personality. And while I have times that I feel extroverted and I am really over the top, as my daughter would say, extra, after I do this, y'all, I'm going to tell you, I'm getting ready to go put on some cozy clothes, sit on my couch, and probably do YouTube riddles with my daughter. And maybe get beat up by both of my children in Mario Kart. My great love and joy in life is to spend time with my kids. And so I try to meet them where they are and do things that they like to do because it keeps them engaged. It keeps us laughing. I really enjoy my babies. And so when I am not busy being on camera or being doing work, I just love being with them. Like I just love my kids. So even if we're all in the same room and they are looking at devices and I'm watching something on TV, it's just absolutely my favorite thing. And I am so like ready to be in my house doing very little because it's yucky outside. I'm ready to be in my house doing just a little something. um, yeah, I'm ready. I'm just ready to like enjoy my family for the rest of the weekend. Okay, Al says cooking beans video. So Al, I don't have a video where I'm cooking beans. If you're saying cool beans, then I'm going to say thank you so much, Al. Let me know if I got that totally wrong because I do that too. But let me know, let me know, let me know. But yes, so that is my plan for the rest of the weekend. I may do a little bit of baking, but as I already have this, I almost dropped it. I almost dropped a whole cake on myself. As I already have this, and this has no plans to leave the house just yet. I think I'm good on the baked good stuff. Like there's sweets in the house, and lemon pound cake is a universal favorite in this house. So I'm not, excuse me, I'm not terribly worried that we won't have anything sweet. Also, I do believe that my husband was nice enough to take my daughter to get some other sweets. So I think we're covered on the sweets patrol. As you're coming in, say hi, say hi, say hi. I really appreciate you guys being here. Like, if you have questions about baking, something you're getting ready to bake, something you just baked, whether it went well or it didn't, if you're looking for, hey, this happened and things went well, but I don't know how to replicate it, ask those questions. I am here to help you with those things. If you're not able to ask, if you're watching this replay and you're not able to ask, you can leave your questions in the comments below, or you can send me an email to hello@beginwithbutter.com. That is my preferred way of communicating with people right now. I love you, lovely folks. But excuse me. I need to drink water while I'm doing this for real. Okay. I love you, lovely folks. But my DMs continue to be an absolute disaster. That's what I was trying to say. With my DMs in their current state, just ticking along like ticker tape. It's much easier if you're trying to get my attention to send me an email right to hello@beginwithbutter.com and I will get back to you. I promise. Probably much more quickly than DMs. I only have a couple of times a day that I'm able to check DMs. And so if you send me a DM, there's a possibility I could even miss it. And I don't want to see that happen. So send emails to hello@beginwithbutter.com and I will make sure that I respond to it without delay. Okay? Let's see. Any questions? All right, y'all. All right. So, as I said, I'm about to go get whooped up on a Mario Kart by my children. I am going to get ready to go do that now. I'm going to go change into some cozy clothes that I'll be in for the rest of the weekend. And I will check in with you all a little later. Okay? Bye, y'all.